Computer-generated chess problem 2340 by Chesthetica. White has 2 rooks, a knight and 2 pawns against black's queen, 3 minor pieces and a pawn. So black is ahead in the material. But black's queen on c5 can be captured by the pawn. And white's pawn on b7 can either capture the knight or promote on b8. So what if pawn captures queen? Well, then king captures knight, maybe rook to b4, since it was attacked by the black pawn on d5, and this also defends the pawn on b7, knight to c6, the other rook on h6 captures the knight, in case you didn't see it, bishop captures rook, and now white promotes to queen with check, king to d8, rook to b7, bishop captures rook, queen captures bishop, d4, king to f6. Now you can see why white sacrificed the rook, or rather exchanged it for the bishop. d3, king to e6, knight to b6, a last attempt at preventing the mate on d7, pawn captures knight, and white will checkmate after black's move. What about if white promoted immediately to queen? Well, then queen to c1 check, king to g4, queen to g1 check, king to h3, queen to h1 check, king to g3. Now here black will not capture this rook because knight to e6 check, and here if king to d7, queen to c7 mate, so the queen is forced to capture the knight, and after the rook captures the queen, white is winning. So what black would do here is continue to check the white king. Queen to g1 check, if king to f3, queen to f1 check, king to g4, queen to g2 check. Now if king to h4, knight to f5 mate. So king to f4, and then queen captures e4. So white has to play very carefully just not to lose, and at best can only draw due to perpetual checks by black. So promoting to b8 is even worse than capturing the queen on c5. Still, there's a much simpler way to go about this position. Let me show you. As you can see, there's actually a mate in 3, and the key move is knight to e6 check, forking the king and queen, incidentally. The king only has one move, which is to d7. And here's the interesting twist. Pawn promotes to knight on b8, king to d6, and now white captures the queen with mate, that pawn being defended by the knight on e6, and the c6 square guarded by the knight on b8, the c7 square guarded by the knight on e6 as well, and the d7 square guarded by the knight on b8. If here white promoted to a queen instead of a knight, this gives a chance for black to play queen to c1 check, and after maybe rook to f4 intervening, queen to g1 check, rook to g4, queen to e3 check, knight to f4 intervening, and as you can see from the analysis, white may be winning, but it's going to take some work and careful play. So let's take a look at the solution to this chess problem one more time. Do you think you would have seen it? Knight to e6 check, king to d7, pawn promotes, or rather under promotes to knight, giving check, king to d6, and now pawn captures queen for the checkmate. Until next time, thanks for watching.